There was a time where I did not understand why my body was experiencing so much pain. I was always exhausted. I was always confused on what the right or wrong decision was to make. I always felt like something was missing and that I didn't know what to do. And at that time, I did not realize just how much of an effect the trauma that I experienced had on my body. After you experience trauma, the nervous system loses its flexibility. People cycle between hyperarousal, like having a racing heart, experiencing anxiety, and hypervigilance, which is like shutting down, states like numbness, disassociation, and fatigue, without ever passing through a calm baseline, because that baseline no longer exists. The body actually retains traumatic memories, leading to chronic stress responses, even when the danger is already gone. When trauma occurs, the amygdala in the brain gets activated. This is what helps us with our fight or flight response. But the thing is, if you never heal your trauma, that amygdala response is always cut on. And so you are always living your life from the point of being traumatized up until when you're trying to live a healthy lifestyle. If you never focus on healing this aspect of yourself, you are constantly in fight or flight mode. And so when you are trying to make decisions, when you are trying to do anything as far as working with your intuition, the stress that your body was put in has never been healed. It has never been restored back to basically like a factory setting. It has always been just go, go, go in the way where it doesn't even realize that you're ready to be in a state of peace, a state of healing, but your body is still registering that you're traumatized. So your body no longer knows that you're not in danger. And being in a constant state of stress, a constant state of fight or flight, leads for your body to begin to break down, your mind to begin to break down. If it's stuck on fight or flight, you are not able to think about things logically. You are not able to make the best decisions for yourself. And the stress that is occurring in your body also can manifest sickness. The good news is something that I learned through healing my own trauma and restoring my mind back to a healthy setting where I am able to hear my intuition and know that it's not my anxiety, is that your brain is so powerful. It is able to create new neural pathways. So you are able to rebuild the damage that was done to you, no matter what was done to you. So as someone who was a perfectionist, someone who was always very hard on myself, I had to shift my thinking away from how do I become better, right? To how do I give my body what it needs in order to feel steady enough to heal. So what I did, you guys, was I began to research. I began to dive deep into the different techniques and ways for you to begin to calm your nervous system, because what it really is a restoration of your nervous system. You have to reteach yourself how to react to things. A lot of time I didn't realize that. I thought that I was functioning off of a high level, but I didn't realize that my trauma had the wheel. It was driving the car the whole time. And so when I was making decisions, I did not realize that they were trauma informed decisions. So I had to put myself in a place where my body felt safe always, and I knew how to make my body feel safe. So a few ways that I did that, because it might look different for you, but a few ways that I did that was I had to learn how to love myself. Self-love was a catalyst for me to heal my trauma. It was a way for me to give myself what I never received from maybe other people, like parents or whatever the case may be. And so I had to learn how to love myself. And in learning how to love myself, I also had to learn how to place boundaries over myself and in respective to my relationships with other people and situations, whether it was work or romantic relationships or family. Like I had to learn how to make sure I was safe. because once you're no longer a child, it is your sole responsibility to make sure that you put yourself in safe situations. So that's what I had to learn. Another thing that I had to learn was, what is it that triggers me? I had to learn what my triggers were. Once I found out what it was that brought back up things, I learned how to build a type of resilience towards those triggers. Because the thing is, we cannot control the outside world. We cannot control what other people do or what may happen when we're out and about. We can create a peaceful environment in our home, but we could go out any day and something can trigger us. But are you able to have the type of control over yourself to not be triggered, not react to your trigger? That's a better thing, because I won't say that you won't be triggered. So another thing that I had to do outside of learning those things was become aware of myself in the type of level of awareness where I could feel my emotions when they began to shift. I could tell that I was experiencing anxiety. I could tell that I was no longer comfortable. And when I was able to read myself this kind of way, I was able to protect myself. And these are just the things that I did that really, really helped me begin to heal myself, heal the trauma within my body. There are also physical things that I did, like Qigong has been very good for me, releasing the stress and just letting the fluids in my body flow better. Exercise is very important to get your body moving, especially the lower part of your body. A lot of people store trauma in their hips. It's very important to be mobile. You guys, I really believe that the reason why I had to have a total hip replacement at 30 was because I never dealt with my trauma up until very, very recently. So everything that I'm telling you guys is very much live and in action. I'm not trying to tell you what to do, but I'm just saying what has worked for me. And I don't want anyone else to have to experience such a traumatic response in their body simply because they don't want to heal. Like, if this is what you want to do, begin to research it. Like, another physical thing I had to do was breath work. Breathing. A lot of people don't realize how much they don't breathe intentionally. Like, we are not getting enough oxygen intentionally in our bodies and calming ourselves. This breath right here, the 4 in, hold for 2, release for 6, is instantly going to calm your nervous system. And there are many other techniques out there. And I encourage you, if you've made it this far in this video, I know that you're the type of person who wants to be stable. You want to be able to have full control over yourself. You don't want to be traumatized anymore because you're not a victim. You are victorious. And so I just encourage you to be encouraged, to know that there is a reason why you feel exhausted, you feel anxious, you feel like you don't know what to do, you feel like your body is always hurting. There is a reason why. And now you have the solution.